Well, Sarah, here is how this situation is unfolding right now from the sky. We are going to give you a better look from the ground. I have been told that there is a possibility that Stephen Wiggins may be cornered in a wooded area right now by law enforcement officials. We have seen dozens of them started to descend on this area. We are right above Sam Vineyard Road, which is coincidentally where we believe this whole horrific ordeal unfolded this morning. From the TBI, we know that this began as a traffic stop, and Stephen Wiggins has a criminal history there. Actually, he was wanted on 2 different warrants out of Cheatham County. Just from the air here, you can see what law enforcement officials are up against, just given how highly wooded this area is. They have Tennessee Highway Patrol is out here with their helicopter. They are using some of their infrared search technology so to kind of see through some of the foliage out here. Again, you can understand why officials are asking folks in this area to get out if they can, or to at least be incredibly vigilant, because Stephen Wiggins, they believe, has already taken the life of 1 deputy this morning, and there is a possibility that he has no regard for human life at all and would do it again. We have seen just now, within the last few moments here, a number of law enforcement officials from the Tennessee Highway Patrol, it looks like the Dickson Police Department, as well as TBI agents heavily armed, who have been descending on this area here. I'm just trying to get a better vantage point from the map. It looks like we are just off Bear Creek Road, at the end of one of the roads here, kind of near where we believe all this transpired. We do not know exactly where Stephen Wiggins may be in this area, but from what I am being told, he has been cornered in the woods here. You have to imagine, just given the scenario here that has transpired this morning with this deputy being killed, that these law enforcement officials were not going to take any chances. And also, there are just so many different areas out here where someone could hide if they wanted to. Barns, hills, valleys, just given the fact of where we are geographically, there's just a lot of places where someone could be hiding. Again, Stephen Wiggins has been added to the TBI. A $2,500 reward out for any information leading to his arrest. Tennessee Highway Patrol, along with the TBI, has been in touch with TEMA, and just within the last 30 minutes or so, TEMA has actually sent out a localized push alert to folks in this area, telling them to be on the lookout for Stephen Wiggins. They are trying to get his picture out to as many people as possible, because the more people that have his picture, the more eyes that they can have on the ground. Of course, law enforcement officials are out here looking for him, but sometimes the public is also instrumental in these searches and in finding someone. So again, what we are looking at right now is what we believe to be an area where Stephen Wiggins may possibly be cornered in the woods here by law enforcement officials. He has been on the run now for the better part of 3 hours since he allegedly shot and killed that Dickson County deputy earlier this morning. What do you say? He's crossing a field. Okay. So folks, again, he just was seen crossing a field here. I'm sorry if you're watching Talk of the Town right now. This is a very fluid situation. We have just been told, our pilot, Sky 5 pilot Jason Morgan here, just heard over the radio that he was seen crossing a field here. We think that Stephen Wiggins is in this area. And again, the reason why law enforcement officials are out here right now is because he allegedly took the life of a Dickson County Sheriff's deputy this morning, right around 8 o'clock after some kind of traffic stop. This is the area of, now we have moved up to right near the intersection of Sam Vineyard Road, Lee Moss Road. There is kind of an area here just north of Bon Aqua, right where it meets Wilbell Road, Sam Vineyard Road, Tidwell Switch Road. If you do live in this area, you know anyone in this area, tell them to be on the lookout, or at least get inside and lock their doors. Of course, there are dozens of law enforcement officials from across the state. I'm trying to look here, Mark II, and see if I can see anything. I'll keep my eyes out to the left side here if you want to. 2 o'clock. Okay. So again, if you're watching Talk of the Town right now, and it seems a little hectic, right? It's because it is. We have heard that Stephen Wiggins, the suspect in this deadly deputy-involved shooting this morning, is somewhere in this area, was last seen maybe moments ago crossing a field. Tennessee Highway Patrol. Their helicopter is right to our 3 o'clock right now over that field. So folks, that is the Tennessee Highway Patrol. They have been out here about as long as we have. They have some infrared technology on their helicopter that enables them to see through some of this foliage, and not only that, but they have eyes as well. And sometimes the best vantage point for a search like this, especially given the area we are in, is from 1,200 feet in the air. And so they are providing some crucial assistance here to deputies as well. We're trying to stay out of their way for safety's sake here, but also they kind of give us a better idea, at least, of where this search may be centered. Some homeowners here, someone on the phone, a couple of folks. That looks like the end of Bear Creek Road. Unclear if maybe these folks may have spotted this person, which is why you're now seeing this heavy presence of law enforcement back there in this area. Looks like THP is just hovering over there. He's coming around. Okay. But again, Stephen Wiggins, who has been on the run since this morning, is possibly in this wooded area right now. I was told a few moments ago, probably at the top of the hour, right when we came on at 11 o'clock, that he was cornered in the woods, but it's unclear if he has been taken into custody. Our Sky 5 pilot Jason Morgan a few seconds ago heard that he was seen running across a field. Unfortunately, though, there are so many small fields here and so many areas that are just butted up against these trees that even if someone is seen for a few seconds, it's incredibly easy to go back into the woods and hide. Folks back in the control room, if you guys need me to stop at all, you just let me know. It's kind of hard to hear up here, but we're just going to keep talking until you tell me to stop. So again, this is just north of Bon Aqua. What you're looking at is probably about a half a mile from where we believe that deputy was shot and killed this morning. Of course, it is important to remember in all of this that a law enforcement official lost their life, and that is how we have ended up where we are here now. We have not heard from officials if they're going to give us any kind of update. But again, I mean, you look at a deer stand like this, anything out in the woods in this kind of area is just a perfect hiding place for someone. We got it. Okay. So that is the latest from up here in Sky 5. Unfortunately, we have to go get some fuel on the ground. Very fluid situation here, just north of Bon Aqua. You can see where law enforcement officials have been focusing their attention right now. We believe that there was a sighting of Wiggins. We are going to send in the studio, but for now, that is the latest from Sky 5. Chris Conti, News Channel 5.